Welcome to this week's installment of the 2-Minute Drill. We're here with Nichols football head coach Kevin Loney. Kevin, you ran into a buzzsaw this weekend in Endicott, which 2 years ago captured the NEFC. Talk about the contest a little bit.
One of the challenges for our kids was being able to get off the bus and get to game speed quickly. And that's the challenging time. You have a young team going against a veteran team like they have. And, we started off, they had the ball on our 4-yard line on their first offensive play. We get a fumble. Alex Nardo forces a fumble. We recover it. It's great. And then all of a sudden, the very next play, they get the ball. They go down to score just because of a freshman mistake. And it's like, highs and lows of the game all the time. The kids, I thought played extremely hard. And just a lot of credit to Endicott in terms of matching tempo. They were very good up front. And we're probably a year or so away from being as good as they are up front. And that's, again, just looking at their personnel versus our personnel was a tall task for our offensive line and for our defensive line.
Sure. This is an Endicott program that's about 10 years old, and it's something that you're trying to sort of model your program after.
Certainly. Believe it or not, Coach Wells and I are very close friends. He actually offered me a job 10 years ago, and I'm going a different path, and that's why I'm here now. But, looking at what he's done with that program in terms of how they've recruited, the type of kids that are brought in there, recruiting locally, that's our formula here. And so my hope is that it can take us a little shorter time getting there, but that's our plan to get there. That's where we want to be, hopefully 3-4 years from now.
You spent a couple weeks on the road. You come back home this weekend. You face the UMass Dartmouth team. It's also your play for the Cure game. First, let's talk about the Corsairs, and then we'll touch on play for a Cure.
Certainly. UMass Dartmouth's had a tough year. They struggled as well. They've been in a lot of close games. They found a way to beat Plymouth State at the end of the game, but lost to MIT a couple weeks ago and then had to run into Salve this past weekend, which is, right now, the way they're playing, it's pretty impressive to watch. Dartmouth has a lot of talent. They're a spread offense, 4-3 defense, and they are a high-pressure defense. So it's going to be critical for us in terms of protection, handling them in the run game, but also protecting the quarterback, getting the ball out. We think from a personnel matchup, they've got some very good skill players, as do we, so hopefully we can get some things going in space. Defensively for us, it's about they've had a complete transformation offensively. They went from having a very athletic quarterback in Patrick Orlando, who's their senior. He's actually out for the year with a broken ankle and a separated shoulder. He's a phenomenal player. Gave us a hard time last year. But now they have Liam Cosgrove, who's a phenomenal thrower. And so for us now, it's a challenge of staying in coverage, getting to the quarterback, versus all their quick passing game, stopping the run, and handling them up front. And that's going to be our challenge this weekend. We talk about play for a cure. Obviously, it's October, and everyone's focused on Think Pink. That tends to be the big thing. But here at Nichols, we decided to do something a little different. Our kids are still going to be able to wear pink for breast cancer awareness, but we had a situation earlier this year where a drunk driving incident came kind of close to home. We lost a former student to drunk driving situation. And so all of our fall sports are honoring students against drunk driving. And so our players will have red ribbons on their helmets. Our coaches will have red ribbons on their shirts, and we'll do a lot of awareness about alcohol and making good decisions.
Great. Thanks, Coach Loney. Fans, log on to NicholsAthletics.com to check everything Nichols football related.